Hello and welcome to another fly tying session with your host Scott. In this session we're going to be tying a fly known as the Coch y Bonddu, which in Welsh means the red and black. It's basically a beetle imitation. It's a terrestrial fly, and it dates back all the way to the 1700s. It's a traditional Welsh pattern, and living in Wales I feel that I probably should include it on my channel. We're only going to need a few materials to make this particular version. It can be tied as either a dry fly or a wet fly. We're going to be doing the wet fly version in this session. So we'll start with the copper wire. We're going to be using that as a rib. That's just to protect the body. We're going to be using some peacock herl. I've got some very nice peacock feathers off Amazon recently. In fact, I actually recommend that if you're after some bulk packs of whole feathers, then have a quick look on Amazon. Just type in the word feathers for crafts, for example, and you can get quite large quantities of various different bird feathers for very, very cheap amount of money. I think I had 15 peacock feathers for about £7. Full peacock eyes and with the feathers that go down the stalk as well, which is the herl. So yeah, absolutely great. Definitely recommend you try that if you're after a lot of feathers quickly and cheaply. For the tying thread, we're going to be using a uni thread in 8/0, and this is rusty brown. It creates quite a nice head. And then to stick with the rusty brown theme, we're going to be using this saddle. It is actually sold by Stillwater as a golden olive, yeah, it's more like a rusty brown to me. So even it's quite close to orange, in fact. So we're going to be using that for the hackle, and that's pretty much it. In the vise, we've got a B405 by Amazon in size 12. They're my favourite general purpose medium shanked hook. You can get them in a heavier wire. If you're going for larger fish, then yes, go and get the heavier wired versions. So we're going to bed the hook. And then, you can't see the barb, but the thread's dangling in between the point and the barb, just where the bend starts on the back of the hook. And trim that away. Then we're going to tie in our copper wire. You only need a short length. Just get just enough, keeping it tight on the spool, and then clip it back up before you cut it off, because what happens is it'll just ping off, and it'll practically ruin the spool. You'll never be able to wind it back on again. There's no tail on this fly, so we're just going to tie it in there for now. We'll tidy up in just a second. Then we're going to get a nice looking strand of this peacock herl. In fact, I might go with 2 strands. I have tied this pattern before, but it's been a while. And tie that in as well. And tidy up. Then wind your peacock herl one way. And then tie it in. And then grab your copper wire and go the other way. That's just to protect the body. And you might give it a bit of extra flash as well. And then tie that in as well. And then holding your thread tight, you can give the copper wire a wiggle. And that should break away. Then we're going to trim the peacock herl away. Then we're going to select a suitably sized hackle feather. That one looks about right. Then we're going to take away the fluff. And tie that in well. Plenty of feather to do it. There we are, that's 3. And trim away. And the ones that are hanging forward, we're going to brush back. And then start creating your eye, or your head, excuse me. There we are, all done. And then whip finish. Very quick, very simple. It would have probably took a lot less time for me to do it if I wasn't on camera. We're talking 5 minutes at most. And then varnish to finish. And there we are. That is the Coch y Bonddu. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.